overheating? I think not. We're gonna be changing the 6.2 liter thermostat in my Silverado's engine. What's good, YouTube? You're back on S Motorsports. Today, I'm gonna change the thermostat in my Silverado's engine. This has got the 6.2 liter, which is the same as my 2018 Camaro. And in the Silverado engines, they run these things ridiculously hot. I've data logged this truck as well and pulling a camper and whatnot. And the thing runs so warm. The thermostat is 207 degrees opening temperature, which is, in my opinion, way too hot. Why is that done? It's done probably because of emissions. But to help this thing run a little better, run a little cooler, and hopefully keep it out of detonation, because running that hot, it definitely, I can see it in my logs that there was some detonation going on and it had to pull timing out. So this is hopefully gonna help it a little bit. And what I'm gonna use is basically the thermostat out of my Camaro engine. So it is, you know, a GM part or AC Delco, whatever, but it is a slightly colder. So like I said, the Silverado thermostat is 207 degrees opening temperature, whereas the thermostat out of my Camaro, the stock one, is like 194. So I mean, we're talking a good 13-degree temperature drop, which, yeah, it's not much, but it should help keep the truck a little bit cooler, even without tuning the vehicle or doing any of that. So the thermostat housing on the Silverado, or at least on the 6.2, is right here. It's pretty accessible. So it looks like I just got to remove the air intake box, which hopefully this will be going away sometime in the near future, because man, that's ugly, and I'm sure it's not helping the airflow either. So take this off, and then we can get pretty easy access to the thermostat, get it swapped out, easy peasy. All right, guys, so we're gonna just remove the intake here. Hopefully this is pretty simple to get off. Oh my God, guys, this is gonna be really hard to show one-handed. There's a big puddle of oil in my intake. And it is super oily in there too. Stupid GM crankcase ventilation. I need to fix that as well, which I might have something already for that, so stay tuned. But yeah, now we have good access to the thermostat right here. So I'm gonna see if I can get something drained. Maybe there might be some spillage that happens. All right, guys, so I'm just trying to drain as much coolant as I can. Okay, so I just got a hose going in there. I got this to start the suction, and we'll just get it going in there and get draining. All right, guys, so I looked up the torque spec quick. Kind of already gave these a little snug, but it is 12 foot-pounds or 144 inch-pounds is what I'm doing. Let's just make sure that everything is even on that, so we don't have any leaks if one's tighter than the other. And plus, we don't want to crack this housing, because that is plastic, so be careful with that. So let's get the intake back on. We'll fill her up with coolant and go for a drive. Alright guys, so it is definitely dark out, and we're just gonna go for a quick cruise and make sure the thermostat is working properly. We'll try and get it up to temp. Also, if you missed my last video, I did the free exhaust mod, which is pretty cool. So this is actually the first time that I'm going to be driving it. So kind of give you a quick reaction. I think that was a pretty good, easy upgrade. Sounds just a little bit better. Looks like it's opening up like it should. Oh yeah, and it's going down. All right guys, so I wanted to give you an update. Basically, I've driven the truck around a little bit more the next day with the new thermostat installed, and it runs relatively the same temperature. You can see from the marks, the mark just to the left of the 210 mark is like 197, and it's basically right above that, which is to be expected where it should be at. It maybe runs just a slight bit cooler, not a lot, and I would say that gauge probably isn't super accurate either. I will eventually data log the truck with HP tuners, and that will give me a lot better idea exactly what temperature the truck is running at. But yeah, it's no way gonna affect the heater performance. That was still good because obviously it's cold here. Heater still worked great. I mean, truck just operates like normal, but it's just giving that slight bit of edge to let it run a little bit cooler. All right guys, that's it. We got back from the drive here. The hose is hot, coolant is flowing through it. As you can see, looks like we don't have any leaks there. It looks mostly dry, like it all burnt off now. So, you know, I will have to fill the coolant a little bit more once it cools off, probably in the morning. But otherwise, it drove fine. You know, it seemed like it was running slightly cooler, but I will need to take it on a longer drive to make sure. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. I think that, again, was a free mod for me, as I already had the Camaro thermostat, and they're pretty cheap regardless. I will put a link for that part number for the Camaro thermostat. You know, I'll find it somewhere and put a link. Well guys, that's it for today. Thanks for joining in on another Silverado video. Make sure to check out the Camaro playlist if you're new to the channel, and make sure to subscribe, as we've got another project for the Silverado coming up, and obviously more on the Trans Am and some on the Camaro as well. So make sure to stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.